EastEnders spoilers, Tanya Franks reveals all on Rainie Cross' return as Max Branning's wife. Returning EastEnders actress Tanya Franks has teased that disaster could be ahead for Max Branning and Rainie Cross after they have stunned everyone by getting married. Max has been away for a number of weeks and has certainly been busy, as he now has a wife in the form of Tanya's former drug addict sister. It has been a few years since Rainie darkened Albert Square and brought trouble in her wake, save for a brief visit to Abby's deathbed. But as she makes her return as the surprise spouse of Max, a man she hates, just what is going on? We caught up with Tanya to have a chat about the big twist and what's ahead. How does it feel in general to be back on the show after 3 years away? I'm really enjoying it and having a really nice time. I enjoy the people I work with and it's a fun new journey for Rainie, and she's going down a road that I would never have foreseen in the past, so as long as they keep challenging me with new aspects of Rainie, then I always enjoy it. Has she changed much? Is this a new Rainie? Yeah, we're now going to find out what Rainie is like without having to rely on substances. It's good for me because even I'm learning and finding out what she's like. Because what I know of Rainie is when she is always grasping for the next new hit, and so now she's not going through that, she's finding other ways and new obsessions, which is fun to play. When you were approached to come back, how much did they tell you about the plans for Rainie and how did they pitch to you? John York very nicely sat me down over a coffee and told me how he saw the upcoming journey for Rainie, and it did excite me straight away. He said, "Would you consider it?" I said absolutely. So I went away to work things out with a couple of other projects to see if it was possible, and we made it work. And are they making a good couple? Could they be happy? What's the dynamic of their relationship that you can tease? We do find ourselves laughing a lot on set, myself and Jake. We would never have thought of this idea, so it is really fun for us to play and we are having a good time with it. I think Max and Rainie are working really well together. I think the chemistry and the dynamic is something that has taken us all by surprise. What kinds of fan reactions do you get from playing Rainie? Do they love her or do they love to hate her? I think when people speak to me personally in the street or something, they tend to be really favorable of her in that they enjoy what the antics of the character are going to bring. I quite often get the thing of, has she cleaned up? They want to know, is she going to clean up or is she still going to be off the rails? I think one side of her they're quite intrigued by, and this whole new venture now is a whole new dynamic, so it will be interesting for me as well to see how the audience react to this. Is there any guilt about Tanya for Rainie or Max? Did they see this as a betrayal? No, they don't talk about it, and for Rainie actually, I think a lot of it is in spite of Tanya. Since Abby died, what's it been like? Do we get much background on what happened since the funeral? You don't get much background to that, but from Rainie's point of view, she had already made the decision to clean herself up. When she was at the hospital with Abby and the family, Rainie was already cleaning herself up then. And that's how Max and Rainie, it's around that point that it becomes apparent that they are both in a very similar scenario. Nobody in the world wants either one of them, but both of them have to look to a new pathway. It's a bit like a kindred spirit from opposing ends of the scale. Two people that absolutely loathe each other, but actually there's a lot of similarity between the two for different reasons. They are both a bit self-destructive, aren't they? Yes, self-destructive and always trying to find a way through and a way out. Trying to find the next big thing for themselves, and it's surprisingly connected between the two of them. In the past you've played many different characters and you've not been tied down in the sense for too long. Have you enjoyed that? I do, and as an actress I play a variety of different types of characters and I do enjoy that. I enjoy the challenge of the different variety of work and roles that I go between comedy and drama. But on saying that, when you're playing a character like Rainie, there are so many twists and turns and so many arcs to her character and so much depth that keeps surprising me. So she's always someone that's a joy for me to play because I'm always finding out new things about her, and quite often in these shows you get to play a range of different scenarios that is incomparable to a lot of other shows. So from that point of view it's always a lovely challenge. Is there any chance you will be seeing Tanya again? Would you like to work with Joe Joyner if popped back? Yeah, of course, I mean it's lovely working with Joe, so absolutely if we had the chance to work together again that would be a blessing. But you know Joe is busy doing lots of other shows as well at the moment, and I don't know whether she's part of the story in the future or how that will work for her, even if she has the time to. We've seen each other on quite a few other projects, so I think we're quite up to date with each other. Would you like to see Ann Mitchell back as Cora? Absolutely, yeah, of course. She brings a great spark to the relationship of the family, so yeah, absolutely. What is Jake like to work with? Do you enjoy having these scenes with him? He's an actor of integrity and it's a pleasure to work with him. He's very detailed. It's a lovely collaborative feel when we're on set together, and I think it's good teamwork actually. It's lots of fun, we have lots of laughs. He's a giggler, so we do giggle quite a lot. Could you sum up the next few months in a sentence? I would say nobody would imagine what it's like for Rainie and Max to be together, so the only way to discover how potentially successful or disastrous this could be is just to view it and find out.